Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know, no. Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know, no. Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know, no. Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, 2901 Production and 48 Media proudly presents to you another round of Ab-So-Lute. I am Marlon Copeland.
What's going on? It's your man Eric.
Yay, yay! That was O'Shea.
O'Shea. That intro is kind of loud. I'm gonna have to edit that. I heard the music more than I heard you.
Did you?
Yeah. That was probably my fault. All right, there you go. There you go. Now I can hear. Yeah. Turn my mic up.
Turn them shits up. I miss Dave Chappelle. Like the show.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I've never watched Key and Peele. So I can't say that there hasn't been a show like his since the Chappelle show went off the air.
Yeah, because I don't think their comedy is like his. Although I do like that one with the substitute teacher.
What
hey,
the names
Ron.
wrong.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I think that's the one that most people think of when those two names I brought up.
That one and when he does when Jordan Peele does the Barack Obama, that's funny.
Oh, the translating.
Yeah. No, not that one, not the translating. That's funny too, but the one when he goes around like hugging out of black people and we made it, now we're here, and that one's hilarious.
What's been going on with you though, man?
That much, man. Just living life, just living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas.
I did not know that was Lil Duval when I first heard that song.
You know what's funny? When I first heard the song, I was like, damn, who remixed I'm Curious by LSG? And then I found out LSG got it from one of them old school groups. I can't remember the name of it. But
hell no. Well, that was you that told me that that Juvenile I Got That Fire was the Power Rangers. Right?
Yeah. Rashad actually brought it to my attention. I think he said he saw something with Manny Fresh and he was making the beat. I don't remember, but it's been a long time ago since we had that conversation. But yeah,
that's funny though, man. I don't know. It's weird to see where artists and producers get inspiration for their music.
True.
I mean, I don't think that's asked enough in interviews. Like when you talking to an artist, like asking them what their inspiration for certain songs were. Like you don't get that anymore in interviews these days.
Because I don't think that the media or the general public per se, when it comes to most artists, care about the music. They really care about the artist's celebrity, like who they dating or what they do outside of music and stuff like that.
I mean, I can get the outside of music stuff. I mean, because if you just, not me personally, I don't really care what artists do outside of their music because I don't follow them like that.
Right.
I only follow them for their music. But I guess it is a little interesting to see, like, if you just happen to see your favorite artist, like, doing some shit that you would normally like to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people in general, a lot of people in general normally have the same interests or share the same interests when it comes to, like, extracurricular activities and shit like that. So,
right.
my bad about the slang, but.
Know what I'm talking about?
But it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I get kind of being interested in a celebrity's personal life. I can see where that fascination kind of comes from, especially with reality TV these days, even though that shit ain't reality. But just more than, oh, you only see them on TV and shit. But
that's the thing, though. You have to, that's what I'm saying. they don't care about their music. Like with all due respect, and I know we said like not talking about Nipsey Hussle, God bless the dead, but on the East Coast, man, nobody was bumping Nipsey like that. There were some people who did listen to him, obviously. I would never sit here and lie and say I was bumping his music. It's not because I didn't like him. I'm kind of just don't listen to music anymore like that in a general sense. I mean, unless somebody catches my eye, I definitely followed him from a activism standpoint because I thought his message was so, man, the young man was on point when it comes to his message. But as far as his music, I can't say I listened to it like that. Now he ruling Billboard. Like, it's so crazy.
Hey, no lie, I was in the car with my niece last week, and she was going through her playlist on her I guess it's picking up from her phone, but you can see it on the screen of her car. And one of Nipsey Hussle songs came up, and in my mind I automatically think, I wonder how long it's been on her playlist. Because it's kind of like, depending on where you live, your region, like you're gonna listen to your regional music.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you don't really gravitate towards people outside of where you're growing up at, unless they make a major influence on the music industry and you just pay that much attention to it.
Right.
So,
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick is one of my favorite West Coast rappers, but he made a big ass impact on the music industry.
Bro, like, no lie, like if Biggie or Pac would have been in the same, like, if his buzz hadn't have been as big as it was and they were on the same level as Nipsey Hussle, I don't think they would have been on that many people's radar like that in the South. Because if they didn't get that, if they weren't getting exposure like that, and their music wasn't being played down here, we wouldn't know that much about them.
Right.
No, I could honestly say that because you look at, let me see, New York artists. How many New York artists did you really, really bump heavily? Or how many people do you know that listen to New York artists like that growing up? I mean, because we're a few years apart, so for me it might be different.
I mean, for me, the only artist that I can say that I know I bumped from New York, like back then, was Biggie. That was it. Everything else was in my area or in my region. No Limit. Cash Money really wasn't booming in my teenage years because I don't even think fucking Cash Money existed. No Limit did.
No Limit, yeah.
Trick Daddy, I think he had just came out. I think Luke. Then in Atlanta, growing up in Atlanta, you had Kilo. Like, I remember Kilo, not even Kilo Ali. It's the same person, but I'm just saying he started out as Kilo. MC Shadi, Magic Mike. Magic Mike.
Ain't that a movie?
No, yeah, it is a movie. Man, what's the? Oh my God, I'm slipping. Anyway, I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, like that's the stuff we listen to. But Big was like that first out of my region rapper that I just gravitated to. I remember just listening to him, and like I tell people, like go back and listen to Ready to Die. That man only had one feature on that entire album, and that was Method Man. One feature, and that's a badass album.
Yeah. All right. So because everybody listen to Big, and then West Coast. So the first West Coast artist I could think of that I remember listening to was E40. So after that, I don't know.
I love E40.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's easy for me. My first West Coast rapper, honestly, it would actually have to be NWA for me.
Okay.
But, and I'm not saying this like to be biased or anything, I was always drawn to Ice Cube. He was my favorite one out the entire group. It was Ice Cube was first, Eazy-E was second, and then man, DOC when he made that it's getting funky on the Compton. Oh my man, like that shit was hitting hard, and the way he wrote that beat, oh my god, man. But you know, I think you know his story was he got in an accident, fucked up his vocal box and all that stuff. But I thought DOC was gonna be a big time star, but you know, career got cut short.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But Ice Cube, I thought he was just a like I thought he was a now back then my terminology of musical genius is different now than it was then, but I just thought he was like so gifted, you know. He was a beast.
Yeah, I definitely give you that one. But see, I didn't really get into music until I was about 13. So, I mean, I listened to it, but I didn't pay attention to it until I was 13. And really started trying to find out more about the artist, the type of artist that I like to listen to. You know what I mean? So, if you weren't being played on the radio, like where I was living,
Right.
then I didn't know about you.
Right.
So it's just kind of the same thing here. Like, kind of now, like I don't recall any Nipsey Hussle music being played down here. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? And I hate to see it happen like that.
Right.
It's like everybody want to show love after an artist passes away, but where was that love when they were alive?
Because I can tell you right now, when you ask people about Nipsey Hussle, that people I was around, that I'm around, first thing they say, he's straight. Which is not a bad thing. I mean, to me, straight means being respectable. That's the way I look at it. But, nah. I mean, but, you know, like I said, I paid more attention to his, like I used to watch his, and I won't lie about that, I watch his interviews, and it just be because they might pop up on my YouTube or whatever when I go on there. But his interview, oh my God, the kid was, he was 33, so, I mean, the young man was, he was well versed, like, in his thoughts of black people as far as acquiring ownership, acquiring knowledge. I thought that shit was phenomenal. Like, cause you know, like sometimes when you listen to some people, you just feel like they go on tangents and like be saying stupid shit. Like I never felt that way about him. I was very enticed by the things that he would say.
I get that, and I kind of stopped watching interviews because I used to try to catch every Breakfast Club interview I could find, but now I just be like,
Some people you don't even want to see, man. You don't want to hear some of that bullshit, you know.
Yep.
And what really I'm gonna tell you what really fucks it up for you. I don't know about you, but for me, you're like an artist or an actor or whatever. You're like an entertainer, and then they put a microphone in his or her face, and you be like, "You son of a bitch,
bro." But you know what? It's like people don't want to interview artists until something happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because they want the scoop. They want the story.
It's like the shit when Bun B had to shoot at the
he killed somebody in his house or something.
I don't think dude died. I think he shot him in the shoulder or something like that. But
God damn, the boy he got
now
that
you
type
got,
of aim. Cause didn't he have it like his old lady in the headlock or some shit? Maybe I misread the story. I grazed through it, but I think they said the dude had a gun to her head, like you know, like that. Like
I don't know.
Damn, Bun B is fucking Steven Seagal.
My point was like, I haven't seen Bun B on the Breakfast Club in a while.
In a long time.
I don't even remember them having him on there when his album came out.
Mm-hmm.
Where his last album came out.
I heard
but after this, he's on there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you gotta wait until some kind of fucked up happened to have dude on your show, and Bun B's like a legend in the game.
Mm-hmm. One of the South most respected.
So I don't know, man. Hey, I told you the first UGK song I heard was "Pocket Full of Stone."
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what the hell that song was about then. All I know is I found that tape on my sister's dresser, and I played it. I was like, okay, I like this.
Yeah, I love Bun B, man. I mean, I love UGK. They're not my favorite duo, obviously, but they in the top 3. I mean, number 1 is Outkast.
You know what? I think as far as duos go, UGK might be the one group where you take the 2 artists
Mm-hmm.
and let them do separate projects,
Mm-hmm.
and I like both of them equally, just as much. I like one just as much as the other. I thought Pimp C was a great artist, and I thought Bun B was a great artist.
I would agree with that.
Outkast, I have to choose one.
I'm choosing Big Boy.
And with
I'll say it. I ain't scared of none of you motherfuckers.
no, but I feel the same way. But you already know my reasons behind it.
Right.
And then with 8 Ball and MJG, that one's kind of hard.
It's hard
I
because
just thought about that.
I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like Ball. I like his content. Like when he be going in. But then MJG, like his rhyme pattern be
He know
so,
how to, man.
Woo, boy,
he be
ride-
on them beats. So
Boy, he ride a
goddamn
beat like goddamn on
nice.
Seabiscuit, boy. He be that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, so damn.
That's a toss up. I don't know. I don't think I can choose between those two.
I gotta go back and listen. That's what I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna listen to 8 Ball and MJG and see if I can pick one.
Yeah, well, he had I don't know. Has MJ? I know 8 Ball released a solo album. Did MJG release one? I don't know. I know 8 Ball has. I think he's released a couple.
All right. Yeah, so
That's a tough one though. But to me, Outkast is not tough. I'm gonna choose Big Boy.
Yeah.
Every day,
Because-
twice on Sunday.
because Big Boy he has the lyrical content. He has the albums to show and prove.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Love Below don't count for me. So it just is what it is.
I feel sorry. Well, I mean, like that's no disrespect.
I mean,
to Dre.
he's a great artist, but as far as the better rapper of the two, you don't have much outside of his features
Right.
to know if he could like kill a whole song.
And then on top of that, like it's kind of a unique situation because honestly, I don't think people even want to see Dre now. Like they don't want to see him do an album or a rap now. I don't even think he's thought about now as much.
Probably not the newer generation of not the newer generation of kids that's in the music. I don't think so.
And that's no disrespect to Dre. I just think that, with anybody and anything,
But
time and space make people forget you.
No, I think it's because he's so, I don't know if elusive is the right word, but like you can't get to him. You know what I mean? Like Juvie is a great artist. He's done songs I know he's been on the song with the City Girls now. Like he's even said in an interview, he's like he's the OG that everybody want to go to and do songs with now, like from the new generation.
And he's and that's I'm biased to Juvenile. Like I still say historically, I don't care what Lil Wayne has done in Cash Money. Juvenile is the best artist. I mean, he still holds a lot of records for Cash Money, even with Drake being signed to to that label and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's Young Money.
But you look at it in historical content. I was looking at it one day. 400 Degrees still owns, like whether it's Young Money or Cash Money, it still owns like the high because he went 5 times platinum.
No, damn.
I think it was 5 times platinum or something like that.
Well, shit. I hope he got his masters from that shit.
Well, shit, you see he back with him, so
Well, that was money. I'm talking about masters.
I don't think he got his masters for 400. I'm sure Birdman. Look, if there ain't one thing we know about him, he ain't giving nobody shit.
I'll be like, look, bro, if this joint album that we do hit numbers, I want my masters.
But is it
To
really gonna
400
hit
degrees.
numbers?
From
Look
I
at-
don't know.
let's
Because
look at Juvie.
if it does, it'll be because of Juvenile. That's the only reason I listen to any songs that Birdman is on right now.
But real talk, let's look at our demographic because we're the demographic that's gonna listen to him.
Yeah.
Are we going out buying?
Well, I don't know because with the newer kids
Well, yeah,
like the newer artists that are doing songs with Juvenile, that might open him up to a different market.
True.
So hard to tell, man. Now I do want to get Juvenile's new solo album.
I would definitely buy whatever he comes out with. I mean, I'm the motherfucker who had 600 Degrees.
Yeah, because I ain't never even heard of that
And
shit.
it was Punishment. And that's with all due respect from one of my favorite artists of all time. It was fucking Punishment. That song he had called A Hoe, that was horrible. But I know he had to take his shots at Cash Money at the time. And he had a couple of other songs. Man, I was just like, I thought his career was over.
Bruh, I don't think I ever want to hit 600 Degrees. It don't even sound like a title of an album that I want to hear.
Man,
But I can't say out of the whole history of Cash Money, when all this shit was going down, any other label with any other artist who had that type of departure from one another, if they had been in that situation, like the last artist left and everybody else left them, and they was taking shots at the company, anybody else who would have been in Wayne's position would have fired back.
Correct.
At everybody else. But that, I Miss My Dog.
I knew you was going to bring that up. Yep.
That shit is like the best non-diss track ever.
I thought it was an honest song.
That's one of the best songs I've heard.
I thought he was very honest, saying like how he misses, his relationships with each one of them or whatever. Yeah, shit. I got a notification that BG just had a new album come out.
Yeah. All right, I just watched the documentary the other day on Soulja Slim.
How was it?
It was pretty good. It's kind of fucked up because for somebody to be in a position that he was in, to still, I don't know, still feel like you needed to be in the streets as heavy as he was, then I don't know. I think that's what fucked him up. But and then for his murder to still be unsolved is fucked up too.
Oh shit, that's by design. I feel like.
But yeah, it was a good documentary. It was mostly showing like how he got signed and what happened after he.
Who was he? I forgot who was he signed with. He wasn't with Cash. What was it? No Limit? No, it was.
I forgot what major label he was with, but he was mostly independent after his deal. And then, what song? The song he did with Juvie.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I remember the song. It ain't coming to my head right now.
And I just heard it. Slow Motion. That was originally his song.
Yes. I do.
And
remember
I did
that.
not know that. That it was originally his song. He had already wrote it, and I think Juvie's album was about to come out, and Soulja Slim wanted to put it on Juvenile's album, and Juvie was like, "Nah, like that's yours. You use it for your project." But he ended up, I guess whatever happened, he talked Juvie into using it, and that catapulted him to the next stage as far as the artist goes. But man, for him to be independent, he was killing it.
Now I know a lot of people. I don't know all the local, like Louisiana artists and all that shit, but for me, and I know a lot of people in the South would say that Soulja Slim is the greatest rapper that comes out of that area. But I'm gonna always stick with my boy Juvenile. It's like I got the word in my palm, your girl up under my arm. She fucked up from the charm. I love that shit, man. Yeah, that's my dude, man. Soulja Slim will be next, and then I probably would put P. P got to be up there, not necessarily from lyrical content, but the impact.
Impact, yeah. Because everybody, the hardest person on No Limit that I can think of.
I'm just playing.
probably have to be Mia X.
Mia X was by far the best rapper on that label.
Yeah.
She was by far the best rapper on that label. No
Yeah.
fucking question. It was. I would say she's first. So you're having my baby. I would say she's first. Mystical, a young Mystical would be second.
Bro, I don't know,
No.
because even now,
C Murder was a beast.
C Murder's good. Bro, you know actually what always messed me up was when it was that song I Really Miss My Homies. You ever remember that video? It used to come on whatever that old ass show that used to come on channel 69 back in the day, late at night.
With Arnell Starr.
Yeah.
I can't
God,
remember the name of it. Yeah.
every time they played that video on there, it'd be like No Limit. It was like No Limit, and then it had like Pimp C and C Murray. And like, every time I watch that video, I'm like, where the fuck is Pimp C at? I was like, I don't see Pimp C nowhere in this goddamn video.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, Mia X, like
Number
you
one.
said, has to be was the best artist on that label.
Now,
To
if you
me.
go by like Mystical at his best and Mia X at her best, I'm gonna pick Mystical. But in that count, at that time frame, Mia X was the best rapper.
Dude, you know the first time I heard Mystical, I was living in Creekside, I was down the road, and I was on my way to check the mail. And I walked to the mailbox, and this car pulled up, and it was bumping that "Here I Go," but it felt like the song was so short, like where the verses like overall it just seemed like it was real short to me. It sounded like a commercial to something. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, this is what I'm thinking to myself. So every time I heard it, I was like, they playing this damn commercial to death on the radio. Cause every time I heard it, I always changed the station because I always thought it was a commercial for something. So every time I heard it, I like, this shit started to irritate me, so I would change it until somebody played it from the beginning one day, when they had the tape, and I heard it from the beginning, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what the fuck that was. I always thought it was a commercial the very first time I heard it, very first couple of times I heard it.
Yeah, but that would be my big three in that count. It would be Mia X,
Mystical.
and C Murder.
I would have to go Mia X, not in any particular order, but
Well, we say she's the best.
wait, yeah, she's the best. But Mia X, Mystical, and Fiend.
Ooh, I liked the way it was the grittiness in his delivery.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep, that's what it was.
I'm still gonna stick with C Murder though, just because C Murder, like, I thought his lyrics was better than Fiend, but Fiend just had that delivery that just made you say, "Damn, he really killed niggas" or something, you know. But yeah,
I think Fiend was like, well, I don't want to say the Gorilla Zoe of that era, but like the raspiness in that voice.
yes. Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Big three from historical record labels. We just did No Limit,
All right. So
Cash Money.
From Cash Money, the big three.
Big three.
All right. Well, from Cash Money, I'm talking about like the Hot Boy days before they had a million other. It would have to be.
Oh, Juvie's
big
one.
three.
Come on, bro.
I'm trying to think about who I will put in there with Juvie.
Oh, okay.
Because when I was listening to Cash Money, of course, I was always listening to Juvenile first.
Okay.
But then Turk had this one song. And I cannot remember the name of it.
I thought he was gonna be a star.
But that shit was amazing. And for a long time, I thought he was better than Wayne.
Me too. And then he released Young and Thuggin', and I cried. No disrespect to Turk, man. It just wasn't, you know.
But I don't know, man. So it would be I don't know. I don't want to do a tie. But when I was listening to Cash Money heavy, I would have had to go Juvie, Turk, and then Manny Fresh. Because Manny Fresh was, I mean, even though it wasn't, he didn't rap much, but he brought a kind of comedic and
I agree with that.
And like less serious flow, not flow, but content to the record. So I always liked Manny Fresh.
I would say in their heyday, obviously Juvie. I gotta say BG told some hellified stories.
BG had some good songs.
Yeah, and truth be told about BG, he was actually Cash Money's workhorse first, cause he had like shitload of songs, like maybe 2 or 3 CDs out before Juvie got hot. And then I gotta admit, first time I like you said about Turk, I thought he was gonna be a star, but then when I heard Lil Wayne on Juvenile Sunshine, I said that dude's a fucking star, man. When he wrote that beat, so I gotta go. My big 3 is Juvie, BG, and Wayne.
I ain't getting to Wayne until I don't think I really got into Wayne until his
solo career
album.
took off.
Yeah.
Well, I thought his first solo was not that good. What was his first solo? 500 Degrees. I think the reason why I didn't like him because I thought it was disrespect.
Like you trying to one up the great.
So okay, so we did No Limit, we did Cash Money.
Bro, I wish like Juvenile is like one of the artists that I wish I could produce for. Like if I had to have a list of artists that I could produce for and I could only pick 5, Juvenile would definitely be one of them.
I can see that. Yeah. What's another label? I don't want to say So Def.
Nah, 'cause they ain't have rappers.
They ain't really yeah. Bad Boy? That's an interesting one. I mean, we know we're gonna say Big.
Yeah, but they switched. They had so many damn artists. The big 3. Yeah, they didn't have a lot of solo artists.
They did not.
Hands down, I would have to say Craig Mack,
God bless the dead.
Biggie, and Kiss. I mean, even though he was in a group, but I don't see any. Mace was alright, but it was only certain songs that I listened to from Mace.
I'm going to say Big, obviously. Damn. I like Craig Mack.
He was the first artist that I know of.
He was the first.
From Bad Boy.
He was the first.
I thought he was gonna be a bigger star than he was.
I did too. I feel like Diddy kind of shafted him. Please don't send nobody out to shoot me or hurt me. Because actually, you're gonna be my number 3 in the group. So,
say his ghostwriters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because like that, like I gotta admit, like our homeboy Mike, he used to always talk about that last Train to Paris CD, and I listened to it. It was pretty damn good.
Never heard it.
It was a good CD. So I'm gonna go Biggie. I'm gonna show my respect to Craig Mack and Diddy, and his writing team.
Yeah, like because I have to go off of like who drew me to these labels in the first place. Like if it weren't for these specific artists, I wouldn't be listening to anybody on your roster.
Right. That's mine.
We might have to pull up the rest of the labels. I know it's a lot of music.
Rough Riders.
Drag On.
Oh.
When Drag On first came out, I was like, his delivery was dope.
Who you telling?
Let's see. Gotta go with my girl Eve. I mean, of course, DMX.
That's your big 3 then.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna go DMX, obviously, he's the number one to me. Eve, and now I'm gonna Eve and then Jadakiss. That's where I would put Jadakiss at.
Okay. So Kiss when he was with Rough Riders.
Yes.
As opposed to him being. See, for me, I had to pick Kiss with Bad Boy because it wasn't nobody else on Bad Boy's roster that that stood out to me like that.
Hilarious.
Like who? Shine? No. Who? Carl Thomas? No. They'll sing it.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah.
Rockefeller.
The Rock. Let's see.
They had an actual nice ass roster. Jay, Kanye.
For me, but for me, I would have to put Kanye before Jay-Z.
Me too.
So
During that time frame, because actually now I think that the stuff Jay, it's like to me, even though it's in like different eras, Jay kind of done caught up to Kanye.
Jay has passed Kanye.
That's fine. We can say that too. We can say that.
At this point.
Right.
But if it wasn't for Kanye being signed to Rockefeller, I wouldn't have listened to Rockefeller as much. So that's the only reason I would have to put Kanye before Jay. So it would be Kanye, Jay-Z, and even though he didn't do much, I thought he was a really, really good artist.
Don't say no goddamn Memphis Bleak.
Yep.
Bruh, no. You know too much about goddamn music to say Memphis Bleak. You're joking, right?
Bruh, I mean, who you want to put?
Freeway, Benny Siegel.
I hated the way Freeway rapped.
Benny Siegel?
Siegel was dope, but I didn't listen to. When it came to artists that I heard on songs,
I gotta find some more goddamn artists because you just cannot say Memphis Bleak. And I respect him. I do respect him. I don't get that.
He
twisted.
was just he was just the artist that stood out to me. Like if I had to be like, oh okay, they with this label.
I did like his song that is that your chick. He wrote the fuck out that beat on that.
Yeah, you did.
I
but maybe it was just like songs during those eras that, I mean, because the only song that stand out to me with Benny Siegel was that Feel It in the Air, when he sampled that, who was that, Sting?
Yeah, the Police, one of them. It's the same, because Sting was the lead of the Police. Shit. I mean, Benny Siegel had that, and who had, that was Freeway that had, going to something, then it got what it take to rock.
That's Freeway.
That's Freeway. Okay, yeah. So
wasn't it more than one artist on that song? I just remember Freeway in the place to be, but it was.
I like the remix when they had like the different artists from different regions on there. And I remember I thought Nelly kind of stole the show on that particular song back in the day. But I'm sorry. I know it has to be more artists than Memphis Bleak.
Bro, who? Like I said, when
I'm gonna find Emil. No,
her voice was annoying.
Yeah, it was. She like a horse too. Cameron. Nah, not that Cameron. Not
Rockefeller.
Not Rockefeller Cameron. I agree with that. DJ Clue.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, man. I can't do it.
Nah.
I can't.
Cause I ain't even.
Noriega. No.
Oh.
Nah, cause he was when he was big. He was on Def Jam, I think.
No, he was big. The only time I remember Noriega, it was when he was in the group.
Right. I know.
Like when he went solo, I didn't listen to him as much.
Capone and Noriega.
Yeah.
I'm gonna okay. I can't be too hard, but I'm gonna say Benny Siegel. What's another one? Death Row.
Death Row.
Well, I think we both got the same, at least two of them.
I mean, Pop made Death Row.
Correct. I don't know about that. I'm not. He was the top guy in Death Row.
Yeah, I just want who else?
Snoop was there first.
On Death Row?
Yeah. It's just like the BG and Juvenile thing. Like, BG was there to get it started and get it out the ground, but Juvenile became that guy. I feel the same way about Snoop and Tupac. Because if you remember, well, if you ever listen, and Snoop tells some great stories about Tupac. He was like, he was already established. He literally said that he was going to take that back seat to Tupac. Because he knew if his shit was already established. He was like, they went and picked him up on the plane out of prison and shit. And they went to work. And he said he didn't mind taking the back seat to Tupac. It was a good if you ever find some of them interviews
I have to check those out. Yeah.
That's just me though. I would say if Snoop, Pac is the guy. He's number one. But Snoop is the one who got it all off the ground.
Okay, I can see that.
And I don't want to say Dr. Dre. I gotta look at the artist roster first. I can't say Dr. Dre first. I mean, before I say it, as far as the big three, I don't even know what the hell he released on Death Row. Did he even release on Death Row? Did he release the Chronic on Death Row?
Yeah, because that's what he let Suge keep the rights to. All right, the masters, whatever.
Bow Wow was on Death Row? Yeah, he sure was when he was a kid. His mama said, get him the hell off of here.
But it's probably because he came up under Snoop, though.
Crooked Eye. I remember that name. I remember.
I used to listen to DJ Quick.
I was getting ready to say that. I remember him being on... What the fuck just happened?
Nate Dogg. Outlaw.
Hold up. Hey, what a nigga that was thinking they saw.
When was Proof on Death Row?
I have no fucking idea. Okay, they are ranking. I remember when Petey Pablo was on there. Petey Pablo always sound like he smoked the most Newports of anybody in the class.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's go to the top because we know it ain't gonna be none of these motherfuckers down at the bottom. That's no disrespect to them though.
Right. I'm telling you, I don't even remember Death Row having that many. Not a lot of viable artists before they started, fucking up.
Apparently, on this stupid ass thing, it says that Bow Wow was a top 5 rapper for Death Row.
I mean, if you're looking at sales, maybe if they counting the fact that he was there before he got big, I don't know. They just like trying to take credit, but hey, if you go off that, then you might as well say without
It's got to be Dre. It's either Dre or Nate Dogg, bro. And Nate Dogg really was a singer.
And if you ain't got two, you just ain't got two.
Who?
Death Row. I mean, if you only got two.
We have to give it to Dre. No, he made the Chronic and the Chronic too, right? No, he was on Shade Alpha. He was on Shade, not Shady, on Aftermath.
All right, so that ain't even fair. Pac, Snoop, and Dre.
I mean, you want to put shit that they got the biggest 3.
Yeah.
Out of all these ones, I don't know. Wait a minute. Wait. Well, if Rockefeller had one more gun, not like that, if they had that one more guy, I would definitely pick Rockefeller over them. Because Jay-Z and Kanye, hell, they about enough to trump Tupac and to trump those 3. Because let's be honest, we know Dre, he's like Diddy, but gets a lot of credit for his stuff.
Yeah. I mean, but whose music was better, though?
Between Dre and Diddy?
Diddy, yeah.
Ooh. Okay, it depends on what you like. Because I think Diddy will get you dancing in the club. all in videos. But I think that Diddy would get you dancing. It depends on what your purpose is. If you just trying to listen to some hardcore storytelling, then you gonna go with Dre. If you want to get the dance,
I mean, not
in the
only
club,
that, but like Dre had the shit that you can just ride to that keep your heads ringing. Man, that shit was so damn smooth and goddamn.
Okay, but how you going? Okay, what about that song that we both said we like? Got my billions up. Something. When he was in Waka Flocka.
That wasn't Diddy's song.
I know, but he wrote the hell out that beat though.
He did. Who wrote it though?
Shit.
Well, I guess we gotta do the same with Dre.
Right.
All right.
Like it was one time I was listening. What song was that? I want to say it was "Forgot About Dre." It was some line that he said in there, and I was like, "I'll be goddamn if Eminem didn't write that line."
Let me see.
He was like, "When Dre fell off, fuck y'all, all of y'all, something, bite me," or something like that. I was like, "That is Eminem all the fucking way."
I think it was like, what is it? Something about snowmobiles and no skis or some shit like that. I think Eminem wrote that part. But like that bite me shit, that shit was.
That's Eminem.
That shit was horrible.
But if Eminem would take, you know how Eminem.
He say bite me or blow me. You
Well,
know, like,
radio version is bite me, and the other one's blow me. But Eminem, that's how he do. Excuse me.
I don't know. All right, who next?
Shit, bro. Let me see. What's another prominent group? I mean, a prominent. Let me see. Let's do this. That's why we got goddamn computers, right?
Yep.
All right, Remy Ma in jail. It just popped up on my computer. Let's see. Greatest record labels ever, I guess. I don't know.
Nah, just like major record labels. Just type that in. Because you don't have many major record labels anymore. You got a lot of independent labels.
Imperial Records. Sound like something from the 70s.
Because so far we've done No Limit, Cash Money, Bad Boy, Rough Riders.
I think let me add hip hop because the only reason I say that because like a lot of the labels we have named, they're not parent labels.
Nah. I mean, but still, if you talking about like Sony, Capitol.
Shit, I can't remember all.
Because it was only like 3 that were the major labels, and then everybody else were under those umbrellas.
Okay, here we got something right here. Hold on. Suave House. I don't remember Suave House. Yes, I do. That was Midwest Suave House, right? It wasn't. What was that?
That was down here.
Rick Ross. The fuck he doing on Suave House? Nah, that can't be right. Is it? We did Cash Money. Who is that? That Bow Wow?
He was. Yeah, you did sign with Cash Money for a second,
Damn.
bro. But it was some dude down in New Orleans that had just about everybody that was on No Limit with him, and P asked this DJ dude to work with him or something like that. And when he went to No Limit, he brought all the artists with him.
That's what's up. Wow. Well,
I think it was like outside of the Silk and C Murder, like he brought like Mia X and Mystical and everybody else. Fiend. I can't remember his name though, but it was in that Soulja Slim documentary.
Okay, since we did, now I'm gonna pick Rockefeller or Rock Nation, quote unquote, over Death Row because J. Cole.
Oh, so you doing like the new labels now?
I mean, I'm just saying, but he's a part of. J. Cole been out for how long?
Yeah, but we was doing Rockefeller. We wasn't doing Rock Nation before.
Well, shit, I want to add him. God, he's so underrated.
I don't think he's underrated because everybody who listens to J. Cole gives him the credit he deserves. I just think people don't. I don't think they appreciate him for the artist that he is, because J. Cole is better than a lot of artists that are out now.
I do have one problem with J. Cole though.
What is dreads?
No, he's just starting to sound a little repetitive, but he's still great though. It's like I keep hearing the same great shit over and over again, but he's great. I just feel like he's just becoming a tad bit repetitive.
I don't know. I don't
still love him though.
Cause that Middle Child don't sound like the verse that he did with 21 Savage.
I like that song.
See, I actually didn't hear his KOD album.
I didn't know that Kendrick Lamar was signed to Aftermath.
Okay.
Shit, Aftermath got Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, 50 Cent, Busta Rhymes, The Game. Is that good? Is that strong enough to top?
But you can't really count 50 because that's a 50-50 deal with Shady.
And I wouldn't even count him anyway. No disrespect to 50, but man, I remember when 50 used to when he was rapping a lot back in the day, and he used to always say hotter than a tea kettle. I was like, why he say that shit in every song?
I never remember him saying shit about a tea kettle.
Bro, go back and listen to that shit. He said that shit in like 3 or 4 songs. I'm like, boy, did you pick up a goddamn tea kettle off the stove? Like, and it just burned you or something?
Hey. Hotter than a tea kettle. Hell no.
Go and listen to What Up Blood? What Up Gangsta? Listen to that one. It's a couple other songs. I do too, but he talking about the goddamn tea kettle in there.
I think Many Men was one of my favorite songs he did.
Yep.
That Bitch on the Man. I like that song.
Okay.
But that's one of his newer songs.
I like when he destroyed Ja Rule. I ain't even gonna lie. I can't even front. Sing for hoes, sound like the Cookie Monster. He killed him.
I don't know, man.
He killed him.
That was probably like the most hypocritical line ever in rap.
At that time, it wasn't. He started doing it a little bit later.
All along. I feel like that was his plan all along.
But he got it. Ja Rule did get a little out of hand.
I mean, he was always out of hand.
Those hips, those eyes. He started sounding like Louis Armstrong half the time. Jeebus, Creebus.
You stupid.
I'm just saying, he really did. He started singing too much, man. I'm like, y'all was killing hip hop, man. Yeah. All this singing shit, y'all got hip hop like R. Kelly. Y'all killing me with this shit.
But see, I think it's because he made a big deal about Ja Rule singing.
It became a hypocritical line.
Yeah, because if you think about it, who was doing the harmonizing in their music?
Before
like,
Ja?
A lot of people.
Not before Ja. Cause back
like Do or Die did it.
But that was a different type. Like Ja Rule literally was trying to sing.
Yeah.
Like they was doing like it was like a staccato speed like harmonization with their rap. This mud was literally those hips, those eyes. So now, baby. Like that's literally what they was doing.
Bruh, I saw a meme with Ashanti, and it was just a still photo of her, and she looked like she was singing like the most powerful note ever. Mm-hmm. And the caption, this dude put in the caption, he was like, I want to know what Ashanti song require her to sing to make this face? Because I ain't never heard her hit any notes that required this type of facial expression.
Ashanti, her singing was flat, like not in a negative way. Like she just had a note. Well, she never went high. She never went low. She just was. She was just like a dead body on the thing. But it worked for her. I would never take away from damn, what label was that? Murder Inc.
Mm.
A lot of their artists, in my opinion, when you start like kind of analyzing like Ashanti and Ja Rule, they were. I don't want to say Ja Rule limit himself because he could have been one of the biggest stars, probably still now, or he could have been fading right now.
If he had did what?
Stop trying to be Louis Armstrong. Like,
I think if 50 Cent had never entered the picture, Ja Rule probably still would have been able to adapt and evolve.
Somebody would have got him. Somebody always get the first person that does it. That's just like when everybody was picking at MC Hammer about having a cartoon.
I don't see it, man, because everybody now sounds exactly the same.
No, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, like, for example, if you're the first person, you're going to go on that cross. Like, what I'm saying is, everybody's picking at MC Hammer about his TV show and cartoons and all that stuff. I remember LL Cool J made a diss song about MC Hammer about being on TV.
A diss song?
Yes, back in the day. He made a diss song about MC Hammer being a sellout.
How long that last?
Who? That Hammer being a sellout?
No, that song being played.
Oh, I don't know. But all my point is, LL, this mother had how many TV shows? How many movies?
Yeah.
That's the first person always going to get sacrificed because they're not getting it.
I always heard ain't too many people gonna say shit out of the way to about MC Hammer.
That's what I heard too.
Cause he'll roll up on your head.
It's like talking about Prince playing basketball, ain't it? But yeah, like I heard. Matter of fact, Snoop was telling a story about damn, who got into it? Corrupt and Tupac was about to, it's about to go down, and Snoop was saying like how because they had divisions, right? So it was like Pac is a boss, Snoop is a boss, and they got people behind, like their groups. So Pac was like, he told Snoop, he said, "Yo, why this nigga talking to me? He shouldn't be talking to me. He should go through you, and you come to me. That nigga ain't got no right to talk to me." And Corrupt was losing his mind. I think it was Corrupt, and it was about to get heated. So both sides was about to go down, but Snoop and Pac didn't want to go down. They didn't want him to get down. And they were like, shit, Hammer came down. What the fuck y'all doing? Type ride on all you motherfuckers. Nah, just playing. But he was like, Hammer was very aggressive in breaking it down. Like, chill the fuck out.
Hey, man. Hammer
and then
from Oakland,
Suge came.
Ain't he from Oakland?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hammer from Oakland, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look. We all will. I'm not. It's not. I don't want to call it selling out. I mean, everybody always think people sell out. He did what he had to do to make his situation better. I don't feel like to me, selling out is if you hurt someone or you deface your character, like who you are as a person, to get money or power or celebrity. If you don't hurt nobody and like can nobody question your character, like we don't have to know Hammer's hard. We don't know if he hard or he a punk or what just because he dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get that. I don't think he sold out.
Hey, you know what? I think people get that term selling out confused because it's like
mostly black people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because say if within our group, one of us, like say your acting takes off, and you doing movies like multi-million-dollar movies and shit,
right?
And you don't really get to come around,
right?
Like you do now,
right?
And niggas start to get butthurt about that shit,
right?
And then they be like, "Oh, Marlon acting funny. He done went Hollywood. He done sold out. Blah blah blah." Right? Like I think that's where that shit I think that's where that type of shit come from.
Then when I do come, hey man, that nigga, man, what's up, man?
Hey, what's that one skit that
You made that move with John Claude Van Damme.
that one joke that Mike Epps told. He was like, man, he like married man act way different when you see him with their wife or some shit. He like, you see him with their wife, like, what's going on, man? You're like, oh no, man, just kicking it with my old lady. You know how I do, whatever shit. He said, then they come around, you by yourself, and old boy be like, hey man, where the bitches at? He like,
was that a stand? That was a stand up.
It was a stand up, yeah.
That sounds kind of familiar.
Like,
You think he funny?
Nigga ain't like that. I don't think his stand up is funny, but he is the only reason I watched The Trap. Bruh, because everybody kept asking me.
Mama.
Everybody kept asking, you seen The Trap? Every time I go to work, the one chick be like, you seen The Trap? Like, nah, I ain't seen it. And then I think my niece asked me a couple of times about seeing it. I said, nah, I ain't seen it.
So what you think?
It was alright. It could have been way better. But T.I. ruined it for me. Because I've seen T.I. do some pretty good acting in other movies. Not like... It wasn't the greatest.
What's the best T.I. movie you seen? I actually liked him in Ant-Man.
Yeah, I liked his character in Ant-Man.
It's a white man movie tip. You made money with a white man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't send nobody.
He had a really, really short part in that movie with Denzel.
I want to be like you, Uncle Frank. American Gangster.
Yeah, I mean,
I liked him in Takers.
Takers was good.
Freeze Pod put 3 holes in your head like a bowling ball.
But I don't know. It's just like his demeanor.
I liked him in ATL the best.
Yeah, that's probably the best I've seen him. But I don't know. It just ain't come off like authentic to me.
What, ATL?
Nah, The Trap. His character. At the very beginning, I had to keep watching. I had to make myself keep watching it because when it first came on, and I saw him in that restaurant, it's like as soon as he started talking to the manager of the restaurant, I was like, I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe your character.
Was he using big words or something? What happened?
Nah, it wasn't that. It was, I don't know. It just ain't. I just ain't like it. It ain't catch my attention. It ain't put me like, oh, this. I don't know. I guess because when I hear his voice, I hear him rapping as a rap artist. So it was. I don't know. I don't know. I had to find other reasons to watch it.
Who is the best rapper turned actor that you ever seen?
Rapper turned actor?
Like just Oh, that's easy. I just forgot about him.
Ice Cube.
Really? Over Will Smith? That's what I said. That's a tough one.
Not for me, because as far as, I mean, I like Will Smith as an actor. I like Summertime.
Damn. Okay, what about?
I mean, I got jiggy with it when the song was out.
No, fuck that shit.
But
no.
As far as, to me, he was an artist.
I like the Fresh Prince. I'm sorry.
He was, for me, he was never an artist. I was introduced to Will Smith as an actor.
Okay.
No. I mean, of course, like I said, the Summertime song, like, but I was young, like, mad young when that came out. If I was even born when it first came out.
Oh, so, yeah, because it came out in the 90s. Like the early 90s, I think.
Oh, yeah, well.
I mean, by default, I think it's Will Smith, but I mean, I think Ice
Cube. If you're talking about the better actor who happens to rap, then it would be Will Smith.
I definitely like Ice Cube. For a while, I used to like Tone Loc. I thought he was funny as hell, because he always played in comedic movies. Except for Posse. I liked him in Posse.
I mean, Pac was a... Pop was a good actor.
Pop was a very good actor, even though he always played like kind of like the same role.
Yeah,
in
he
a
was
sense.
typecast.
Except what's that one movie he
The
had?
only reason I ain't say Pac is because he didn't live long enough to go beyond what he could have done.
The fuck you gonna do? Shoot me in the elevator?
I'm like, yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of them. LL. You like LL? Oh my God, what's that movie when he played that character God? He stuck that broomstick up that man's ass. No, pool stick. That's some harsh shit.
Every time you say LL Cool J and acting, I think about
Deep
what
Blue
is
Sea.
that? Yeah, goddamn Deep Blue Sea in the house.
And what the
You know,
chick,
walk
her name
around
was
and
Tanya.
goddamn-
He's all like Tonya.
I wouldn't. Not for me. Not LL.
I'm gonna say Will Smith. He has to be the best one to me. I did not. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like Will Smith I didn't like Will Smith the rapper. I like Fresh Prince the rapper because I can relate to the stuff he made when he was going up under the moniker of Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
That's just me.
My pick wins because I like this guy as an artist and as an actor. So,
Ice Cube.
yeah.
Agreed. You remember that movie he made when he played like he was from Africa? And he had to go back home and shit. He had to sacrifice a goat and all that shit. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find the name of that movie.
Now, Ice Cube's son is a good actor.
He is.
I didn't like his character in what was that movie? Wasn't he in Takers?
No, you talking about that movie with Gladiator and
What was the name of that movie? Maybe I got that confused with something else.
no, he was in NWA. He was in the
okay.
other movie. It had the dude from Gladiator in it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Me either. I could not finish watching that movie.
I don't know. He just told too quick.
You say what?
I said he told too quick.
Oh, when he was a driver. Yeah. That's
Too quick.
That's the same movie.
As soon as they had him in that room, I think they told him for like what 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Next scene he was telling,
I
they'll
know.
bring him a steak.
Oh shit! What is the name?
Friday.
I'm gonna find it.
Good. Ride along. Good. Are we there yet? Was pretty
The
funny
hell?
for kids.
I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, he about to be 50.
Who, Ice
That
Cube?
goddamn black don't crack, boy, as they say. 'Cause he don't look like he anywhere over 40.
Got makeup on.
Probably do.
That's why folks be like showing pictures of Gladys Knight and like all them old singers, and they be like black don't crack. I'm like, you do realize that you showing a picture of somebody who probably had like makeup and foundation and all this other shit at a professional event, and a photo is done by a professional photographer, and this shit probably edited. Like, give me some shit when you just woke up. Let me see those pictures, and y'all start talking about black don't crack.
Now I'm not gonna lie. I still think Patti LaBelle is sexy. I think she looks good in the face. I think her body. Well, I have never seen her naked or nothing like that, but her shape and all that stuff for her age. I don't even know how old Patti LaBelle is.
I haven't seen any current pictures of Patti LaBelle.
Let me see here. The name of this movie is God damn. Ice Cube done made a lot of movies. Trespass.
Trespass. It sounds familiar.
He killed somebody. No, it's not Trespass. I'm sorry.
I'm finna say that don't look like he went to Africa, bro.
Cause he got like a little baby afro in the movie and shit. It's gonna bother me. I actually like the movie. He's so fucking smart too, man. That's the other thing I like about Ice Cube.
Everybody used to say that shit about Wayne. Like, as far as him being like book, I don't know if you want to call it book smart, but they Well, probably yeah, book smart because it was like they wouldn't let him do nothing until he finished his homework, but he would always do it. Oh, it was always done before they asked him. Like he was real smart in school. Didn't really have to study much to pass. Like was 3 grades ahead or some shit like that.
Dangerous ground. That's it.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Dangerous ground. Why does it sound like something Tupac was in?
Yep. He got his little afro.
I don't look like he went to Africa in that either.
It's the African movie. See, South African village.
Oh,
He left as a
apartheid.
young boy. Yeah, he got away.
What's that one dude? He a talk show host and a comedian.
Jimmy Fallon. All of
He
them
was
are.
born during
Oh,
apartheid.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah, that's him. I think he's funny.
I don't think his stand up is funny. I've seen his stand up before. I think he's funny on the
I've
on
only
the
seen
show.
one of his stand-ups.
You only seen one?
Yeah, I only seen one.
I've seen one too many. You know, that's something I've always wanted to try to do, but that's some scary shit.
Man, what are you saying?
Because it's like I think it's easy to. I think the hardest thing to do is make somebody laugh. Like, you know, I commend Kevin Hart, even though I get tired of him doing stand up. I want him to stop. I want him to relax. But
He got a lot of people to take care of, man.
shit, just make movies, right? I mean, like, bro, like if he makes a stand up at least twice a year, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause it's different between movies and stand-up. Because your stand-up, I mean, your movies, somebody probably sending you a script or you helping write a script and you being cast for this character. You go, you do the movie, that's taking care of you. Now, his stand-ups are his productions through his company. So everybody
All
that
his
works
movies
for
are coming
him,
through his company now.
I mean,
Night
now,
School did.
but
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about before that.
Okay.
Like his stand-ups are taking care of everybody that works for him. Like
Okay.
now his movies are probably helping take care of everybody that works for him. But if you doing stand-up productions and you selling out all these arenas and you got all these tons of people that's working for you, like you always gotta think about that. So I think that's the only thing that kind of gives somebody relief from a 9 to 5, because you don't have a shitload of people under you that's depending on that job to go well. You know what I mean? Like you make your paycheck and your paycheck pays for your household.
Yeah.
But when you own a company, you own a business, and your business is somebody else's 9 to 5, and if your shit go under, then they shit go under, then they family is like
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, I
So,
respect that. I still
that's
get
the
tired of
only
seeing
reason-
his ass.
Yeah,
though.
but that's the only reason I could think of somebody just like working as much as they do. Because if you had that many people, if I had that many people depending on me, I'd be like, damn, if I take a break, shit, what they gonna do? You know what I mean? And you be like, well, every time somebody come to work for you and you checking their resumes and you just hiring niggas that you know, and you know this, they ain't doing shit else outside of this.
Right.
Now you gotta sit them down and be like, look, you gonna get paid a lot of money doing this job. I'm gonna need your ass to get an accountant or learn some money management. Bring your ass to me, ask me for no extra
There you go.
extra money.
You ever seen Busta Rhymes in that Buick commercial?
Man, I bet I never see Busta Rhymes no Buick commercial. I get tired of Matthew McConaughey and them damn Buick commercials.
I'm about to fuck you up.
Nah, man, don't show me that shit. And then my sister gonna come down here. My sister came down here last week, and she, I was talking about that Buick commercial. No, them Lincoln commercials, and she was like, every time I see that Lincoln commercial with Matthew McConaughey, it make me want to buy a Lincoln. You're like, oh, I can't wait to drive a Lincoln.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I'm like, man, hate them damn commercials. Bust around in a Buick commercial. Nigga ain't driving no Buick.
It may have been a minute. Oh, it's a Toyota. You never seen this?
I can't say I've ever seen the Swagger wagon. Oh yeah, I seen this before.
You seen this shit?
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw that commercial for the first time, I was like, I don't know.
Oh shit.
I ain't know how to feel about that shit. And it's kind of like, honestly, I'm kind of feeling the same way about that Old Town Road song now.
Old Town Road, what's that?
Yeah, that Lil Nas X song with Billy Ray Cyrus.
I've never heard it.
You've probably heard it, but I like the song. I bought the single, but the more I listen to it, the more I'm starting to think, like, was he genuine when he did the song?
Which
or was
one?
it like not Billy Ray Cyrus?
Nas?
Yeah, Lil Nas X, the actual artist. Was he
okay.
genuine when he did the song, or was it like making fun of country music?
Okay.
Because it's kind of borderline when you listen to it.
I
Like,
have to
cause he
listen
puts
to it.
on that hillbilly country accent in his verses, and it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Oh,
That is hilarious. When I first heard this Busta Rhymes Toyota commercial,
swagger wagon.
First thing came to my mind is that he needed money. The first thing came to my mind.
I don't know, cause maybe if the check was right, then maybe. But
he should be beyond this when you think about how long he been rapping, how many hits he done had.
Morgan
platinum.
Freeman do commercials.
He does voiceover.
Well, who else? The other thing? All the damn the white dude in that Allstate commercial. Not Allstate. The where he always mayhem.
Yeah, but he's an actor. He's on SVU, and he does other shit.
You said they're making another Terminator.
Yes.
Why?
Man, this motherfucker gotta be.
Oh, well, Schwarzenegger.
It's called Dark Fate.
Die Hard dude still working.
Yeah, but he's not a robot.
Well, I guess that's why.
Not a robot agent.
Man, they could do TV screen magic, whatever they call it.
They do. They did it with the last Terminator. You seen the last Terminator? She
I
was pretty
vaguely
good.
remember it.
So it comes out this year.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably watch it, but
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm just saying
they
why.
have to have an explanation as to why the robot is aging, though.
She returns.
It's almost an hour and 20 minutes into this thing, man, and we ain't gonna keep holding folks up. If you made it this long, well, this far, we appreciate you as always.
That's right.
Taking the time to listen to another round of Ab-So-Lute.
Absolutely.
This is episode 21. Still plan on doing something for episode 25. Like I said last time, the intro music that you all hear, we're probably gonna put it at the end of the full song at the end of episode 25, so you all can hear that. Because most people probably haven't heard it. I don't think we really pushed that song like we could have when it was out. So
You think so? That was our
that was our go-to song, but it after our last performance that we did for our birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did other performances after that because we stopped going to that place,
Right.
and we started going to that place off
Bankhead.
from Bankhead. So
You know what I listened to yesterday?
what was that?
Mr. 3 a.m.
Yeah, I got that CD in my car.
I haven't heard that in a very long time.
I like that song.
I do too.
I think we had better songs, but I like that song.
Me too. Yeah. I listen to that and Way Past Ready.
I love that song.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. Oh, we might just put that. We might just release that on somewhere. I don't know. We never released that song. But you might do that. But like, comment, subscribe. Don't like us, still tell other people you don't like us. It's gonna make them come check us out anyway, and then they might like us. But spread the word and follow us on our social media. Twitter at ARO Ab-So-Lute and on Instagram at ARO_Ab-So-Lute, because they was BSing with our first choice. So until next time, we out.
Good night, bitches.
Why they keep on hating on me, dog? I don't